Good morning, Academy 55. A little bit earlier today. This could be a very short training, or maybe not, I don't know. Or I might have lost 1% before we even try. But I've taken a buy on the EUR/USD, and the reason for that is we are in a buy zone, and sorry, I'm mucking it all up, and the reason I was waiting until I got in there is because this is all consolidation, and we are in the buy, and buys and sells might be far apart, especially if we're ranging. So you have to take it when you can. But I am prepared for a 1% loss. I recognize the fact that we're not even supposed to be starting for another minute. But are we? Let's have a look on the 5-minute time frame. See, we don't have any imbalances until up here. So is it going to go on the 5-minute time frame, going to look at the purple line and revisit that? We'll have to see. Now, everybody just tuning in would be a bit surprised about this, but I had a buy opportunity waiting for you guys. So I took it. So this is where we are at the minute. I will mark up the charts for you guys momentarily, but right now we are at a key zone area. So have we got enough volume to pass that key zone area? We will have to wait and see on that. So welcome to everybody here. David Kahn here on Thursday, the 23rd of January. It's 4 minutes late in the morning here. Slightly different start. As you can see, I've taken a buy on the EUR/USD. The reason for that is we were on the 5-minute time frame, we were in the buy zone. We had an imbalance drawn off from earlier on yesterday, and they tapped into the imbalance. And now I'm very much hoping that they are going to be going up to revisit these imbalance areas here on the 5-minute time frame. But I've taken the decision to, because it was all there for me, just as I was waiting for you guys. So indeed, that's where we are. But I might be a bit hasty. And if I have a 1% loss, I have a 1% loss. No problem at all. But As you see, we had the buy alert. The trend line was already green. Green volume, green wave. Make sure your risk to reward is in purple. Your lot calc is in purple. You've got that all important 1%. Like I said, I was going to mark up the charts. In fact, we can still do that while this is going on. So let's go on the daily time frame and have a look and see what's going on. Yes, there's no point watching the trade because the trade is already made. And whatever I do is not going to alter that now. So on the daily, what we can see, we got big indecision there, but decided buying volume three days ago. Indecision, but deciding to reverse and maybe go for a bit of sell, but still indecision, wick above, a wick below. We're definitely on the sell side now, on the higher time frame, because this trend line, just like support and resistance, but with a trend line, you usually look for three touches, 1, 2, 3, then it breached the trend line. So we are on a longer term sell sort of area, possibly getting down into these areas down here. So my trade would be a sort of retrace trade at the moment. But so we'll put the term into lines. There's no recent lines, so I'll go down to the hourly, and these are so we have a line just there, which is one touch, two touch, three touches, four touches. So that's quite a significant area. So let's go down to the 5 minute. Put the candles back on. As you can see, price is milling around the key zone area. Sorry, let's try to make this nice and large for yourself. But I think, yeah, I think I'm going to be taking out now. On my trade, have I? No, oh, no. Not yet, still in the trade. But there's the line there from yesterday. So that buy zone's been in for a long time. And ever since yesterday morning, we marked that one up. I'll mark this one up here as well. But we tapped into that, the imbalance. And now we want to tap into it again. But I'm in a trade, as you know, putting it down to the 1 minute. Yeah, that there. I would have been working out for sure. Yeah, and certainly I have been gone. But we're in a buy zone. But the longer term picture is for sells. So, which makes it very difficult for trading, really, because this is the buy zone, and yet on the higher time frames, as we can see from the, again, we'll go take the indicators off. Looking at the charts, we are indeed wanting to tap into this. Actual fact, why is that there? Ah, I see. Yeah, that is in balance on the 4 hourly. Drag that down now because it's already been tapped into. So that's the new tap in zone there. But indeed, the bigger picture is to possibly tap into this imbalance here that has been drawn up on the 4 hourly. Again, there's not much news around, red flag news to sort of tap into. Red flag news to make the market move. But we have this. Get rid of that trend line. Yeah, this is the trend line we drew yesterday on the 4 hourly. Bounce or break. Anything below that, we know the intent of the EUR to fall. So that's already been happened. So we'll get rid of that. And now we have we'll put it back on the hourly. We are very much on a downward momentum. So the trade I took earlier on was very much a retrace trade. But we were in the buy zone, so I took advantage of the buy zone, but unfortunately it took me out, as you saw. But that's okay, no problem. So here we are on the hourly time frame. Looking at the candles, big indecision an hour ago. We're deciding to go down. It very much wanted to push down now. Going on the 5 hourly, sorry, the 5 minute, not the 5 hourly. We have another buy zone down here. Makes it difficult, tricky for trading because it ain't straightforward. Not that trading is straightforward. We make it as straightforward as we can do with our strategy. But on the 5 minute now, we are in the buy zone. Here's another buy zone there. It's more buy orders. And we got this imbalance in the way. So will they be wanting to tap into this imbalance? And then depends on how many buy orders there are here. We know they know buy orders are here as well. And as always, it very much depends on what is happening with the dollar. So do we go against? No, we don't go against the what is telling us we're in the buy zone. Can't go against that. So we would best scenario is wait for another buy. And waiting for retrace. Very mucky conditions for trading because we trade what we see. There's all this here is very much consolidatory. Which happens 80% of the time. So we shouldn't be too surprised about that. So I wouldn't be taking any, the only trades I'll be considering taking is a buy but there are clear signs that it wants to go deeper. So it's mixed signals for us because we are in buy zone territory. The only trade I wish to take is a buy, really, because of that. But I can very well see why they would want to go down to these areas here to tap into this imbalance and possibly get more buy orders here. EUR USD ricochets off the 50-day moving average, floats near 105. I haven't seen this before. So let's see if we can see what they're talking about. So I went on the daily. On the daily candle now. And I will get myself a 50 EMA. You do that by going into there. EMA, moving average exponential. That's what that is. And go into inputs, and where it says 9, you want to put 50. So you got 50 EMA. And what color should we make it so it's nice and bright and visible to us? Let's increase the line there to really show it up. And let's make it a nice, well, I don't know, salmon color. Why not? So this is what they're on about. Anything below that line is considered sell momentum. This is on the daily time frame now. So what I mean is we are, and anything above is on the bigger picture is buying power. On the higher time frames, price loves this 50 EMA, which is the moving average of 50 of these candles, the daily candles. The real bigger picture is, like they said, it ricocheted off it. So it touched there and it had the opportunity to become from sell bias into buy bias, but it didn't. It ricocheted back down again, possibly going into these areas of imbalance down here. So we are going yet deeper. So that's what that means, ricocheting off the EMA. So I will remove that so we don't get confused. Back to the 5-minute. So any trade that we take on a buy situation would be a retrace, because we are longer term, the EUR is still on a sell trajectory on the daily time frame. But for our purposes, we've got all this consolidation area. So it's tricky trading. You wouldn't want to take a sell because we're in a buy zone area. And yet, when you have a buy, the longer term picture is for sell. So if you do take a buy, you've got to be prepared to put your stop loss to your entry for a risk-free trade as soon as possible. But breaking away from all this consolidatory area. See, this is imbalance here, look. So would price, if price did come up, would price just go to that imbalance and then turn around again and come back down again? Because we know that the longer term picture is for a sell, or would they want to be going up here and filling out this imbalance and this imbalance here and revisiting the purple line? It's just not clear. And because of that, I would be prepared to paper trade rather than actual trade. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm picking the wrong thing now. I meant to get this long position tool. Now I'll trade. That's what I'll do. Right. So we need to get rid back past all this nonsense here, really. Try again for another buy. It'll be quite a big stop loss. Got a green trend, green wave. The volume rune has just turned green. Now we want a buy alert again. I'm already 4.2 pips away from stop loss to entry, but we haven't got a buy alert at the moment. But we will do very, very soon, I'm sure of it. If it keeps on going up, that is. But we know the bigger picture is for a sell, so we've got to be very, very careful. But I wouldn't be taking any sells because we're like I say, we're in the buy zone. This is a retracement trade. So we've got to look for signs like imbalance and the purple line up there and on the 1 minute and the 5 minutes as guides where because I'll be looking to put my stop loss to my entry as, and giving this wriggle room at the same time. So you've got to be aware of that to protect your equity. All right, there's a buy. I want it up just above that area there, really, to give me a bit more of a confirmation. See the buy flickered off again. Yeah, I want to create a new higher high, but I might even have to go to like 6 pips difference between stop loss and entry. But I need that extra confirmation because otherwise it might just come down into this zone. Nice to see so many people on today. Yeah, we're already nearly 5 pips. A little bit more. Little bit more. It's level with that now. I want it to break it. Level with that high now. I want it to break that high. Otherwise, it's a double top and it might come back down again. Because we're in sideways consolidatory mode. Right, I'm in a buy. And I am 6 pips away, 6 pips from stop loss to entry. And I'll be looking to put my stop loss to my entry really around about here. Hoping there's an, let's have a look and see what's on the, like on the 5 minute. All right, that's good. So I'm going to use the 5 minute purple line as a guide of where to put my stop loss, because it's a little bit higher than the 1 minute one. As you can see, if I drop down to the 1 minute, that's the 5 minute purple line. This is the 1 minute. So I'm going to be using that as a guide of somewhere to put my stop loss if I get the chance. But I just wanted to point out, these are difficult trading conditions because we have sideways movement, we have a sell bias from the daily and below. So we know really that price wants to push down. So in retrospect, I should never have taken this trade, but I'm relying on volume to want to get to this purple line, at least. But yeah, that might not happen because this is still, we're in this consolidatory zone, really. I mean, a little bit more of a reflection. I feel I shouldn't have taken this trade, but that's okay. I'm learning from my mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, even when you are a seasoned trader like myself. The trick is to recognize their mistakes and learn from them. Really, it went above this high here, only just though, because I was reacting off that candle there, and I was hoping it was looking like there was more volume in that candle than actually happened. So really, looking at in hindsight, it's more of the same going in these zones areas, and I wouldn't be surprised if I get taken out again. But at the same time, if I don't, and price gets up to there, I'll be looking to put my stop loss to my entry and just hopefully riding it further on up. But I wouldn't be surprised if the reverse happens. But also recognizing it's very difficult trading conditions, and I shouldn't really have taken this trade. but learn from it. We were in the buy zone. I'm a firm believer of the zones. And I was anticipating too much, like I do sometimes. That area there had a nice, strong looking volume to it, but it didn't transpire with hindsight, and we're more of the same, which is now I am basically, I'm regretting being in this trade, but I was already 6 pips from stop loss down there to entry. And ideally, myself, I would have walked away and come back again at another time of day, possibly the US 100, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But so really, if we do get up there again, I might even possibly take my money out for no money at all if we actually do. But we know the bigger picture is for us selling. It all depends how many buy orders there are in this buy zone down here. And we know there's another buy zone below. I should imagine not a lot of investors or traders have got enough confidence in buying the EUR against the dollar at the minute. Everyone wants to sell the EUR. Less of inside information comes in about the dollar going weaker. If the dollar goes weaker for whatever reason, then sure, the EUR will shoot up because it does the exact opposite to what the dollar does. But now essentially I'm showing you guys how not to trade really. But at the end of the day, it's just a 1%. So, and I hope you're learning off the back of my mistake, which is good. I make mistakes so you don't. Like I said before, all any trades taken are for educational purposes only. I always say that. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm taken out again for this trade here. It wouldn't surprise me because we're caught into this. I got caught into this trap of consolidation. And I'll consider myself very lucky if we do get up to here again, and I might even close up here for a small loss, and I'll be quite happy with that. And if we take the 1%, I'm okay with that as well because it's only 1%. But this is where we are. Tricky trading conditions. But we didn't take a trade yesterday at this time. And you come on my lives to watch me trade. So that was partly the reason why we done this. But now I'm regretting it and I'm going to be taken out now. So that's another 1%. There we go. Like I said before, don't want to be taking that sell because of so it's not a good day so far. So if you were thinking about trading now anyway, what makes you think you can your mindset, what makes you think, oh, I can I can get the buy and the sell. The timing is all wrong. So we won't dwell on it. What we'll do is we had a question yesterday. We only trade between I can only trade when I leave work and looking to trade between 5 and 7 o'clock of an evening. So what we'll do, we will go on we won't dwell on that, on the EUR USD, because we've determined what trickier trading it is. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm on the US 100, essentially doing a bit of backtesting now. And looking at the situation. Let's have a look at and see what happens between 5 o'clock US UK time in the evening and 7 o'clock in the evening on the 5 minute time frame. So first of all, what we do is we get the calendar and we go there on the 22nd and we want 5 o'clock, which is 1700 hours, isn't it? That's right. So we go back to there. I'm on the 5 minute time frame. The 5 o'clock is there, look. Oh, look, we're into a sell zone. So we get the time machine. We go down to the minute, and we know we're looking for the next sell. So we put our indicator on. And we're looking for the next sell. Let's analyze that. It's very tiny for me, so it must be minute for you. So I'm going to widen this up so you can see. It might be one of those where you may, depending on the commissions, you may have just been taken out, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Um, Stop loss goes there. Ah, right. but your 2 pips minimum is there. So you wouldn't be getting into the trade. Ah, right, yeah, because 2,000 units is there. So you actually wouldn't be getting into the trade until there. Your stop loss would be there. So that brings your 2 to 1 down to there. So that's where you would be getting in because the two the 2,000 units rule minimum, because there's not a lot of volume. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of volume because this is the size of candle I would sort of suggest is normal, but the volume creeped out there for what? Not a lot of volume. Anyway, let's see. Is that, yeah, that's 2%. Let's see what happened. You have to be prepared. Ah, right, there we go. You'd have to be prepared to wait. Oh, we're not there, not quite there yet. It's a shame it didn't work after all that. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, a successful trade. And that was at 5:45 in the evening. Let's do another one. So now we need to take that off. Yeah. And go back on the 5 minute time frame. Take the indicators off. And take the indicators off like that. So from going into the sell zone, look, there we go on the 5 minute. Nice successful trade. Still sticking with the idea between trading between 5 and 7 in the evening. So let's do the Tuesday the 21st. Let's see what happens. So we're going to go there. And there's a big buy zone at 3 o'clock. And there was a buy zone at 8 o'clock. I wouldn't trade after 8 o'clock in the evening. So there's no actual zones there to go for that day. But let's change it over to the EUR USD. Let's see what happens with that one. EUR USD. I have to change the clock again, do I? I think I do, yeah. Go to there. As you can see, yeah, there's no trades on that day, unfortunately. So let's go back to the NAS 100 on the 5 minute, because that's the trade of choice is the NAS 100 at that time of day, other than the EUR USD, which does work. Monday, that was inauguration day. I don't Well, let's have a look and see what happened. No, there wasn't any zones on the Monday, inauguration day. So let's go on the Friday. $15.25, bit too early for us. No other zones really. Let's have a look at the EUR/USD. Uh, 15.20. No zones there. Or are there? Hang on. Let's get the time machine. Ah, I see. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, I forgot. With checking out the zones, you have to go closer to the time you want. So with that being said, we will go, sorry, back to the NAS 100. And turn that off. If you lose the candles and all that, just double click on the right hand side there and they'll come back again. Then you can open, just use your mouse and push to elongate the trading view. And we'll try it again, sorry. So I wish to go to Tuesday again, 21st. At right. I'll get my time machine, put it at 1700. Ah, right. Okay. We had a buy zone at 3:15, but you're trading between 5 and 7. So we want to see if price gets into this sell zone, I guess. Right, we're in the sell zone at 6:20 in the evening. So this is on Tuesday, the 21st. We're in the sell zone. Yeah, the reason why they weren't showing up is because my scope was too big. By putting the time machine on, you get a broader picture of what's the zones, because the zone they only show you the latest zones. Sorry, yeah, I haven't done this for a while, but now we're in the sell zone at 6:15 in the evening on Tuesday. So what we do is we go, and so we know we're looking for the next sell, and These are all support and resistance lines I drew in from other days. So we go and we're looking for the next cell. Let's just see if this happens or not. No, parabolic is right. Let's have a look. Actually, I should get rid of these. By the way, you can do this yourself if you have a pay for TradingView account. Advise you to get one so you can back test. The more you can back test, the more proficient you are. So let's have a look at the short position. 2,000 units is minimum. It could be more than that, of course. So we wouldn't be getting into that one there. Then the parallels are flipped, as you can see. So we would be getting into this one about here. Your 2% would be down to there. And that's at 7:15 in the evening. Oh, right. It's a long drawn out thing. Did that? No, it didn't quite make it. And that's at nearly 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I'd be a bit wanting to put me personally, maybe putting my stop loss to my entry, but we'll see what happens. Got a long drawn out trade, whatever it is. Because again, the volume has run out. And yeah, you would have been taken out of that trade, unfortunately. But you nearly got your 2% there. I mean, realistically, at 5 to 8 in the evening, I'd be looking to either, yawning for a cup of cocoa. So you could have, yeah, well, nearly a successful trade, but nearly it's not 2%. So that's how you back test. So if you want to trade between 5 and 7 in the evening, the best time to do it is on the US 100. EUR USD works as well, but that's how you backtest it. Backtest it first if you can, as long as you can, as much as you can, really, to get used to how the indicators work. Follow along with our trainings in the back office. Steve's done some fantastic videos of how to do all these sort of things. And that's how you do it. But getting back to today, bullshit loser. The bigger picture is on the EUR USD, we are sell. They very much want to sell, but we've got these buy zones here, so it's mixed signals for us. but it's the way it is. So see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Thank you very much for your time today. I do appreciate it. Have a great day. All the best. Bye.